What if a single decision by a machine could define your future? Imagine a world where AI isn't just smart, it's rewriting the rules of existence. Imagine this: a machine smarter than every human combined, a machine capable of solving the world's hardest problems, curing diseases, predicting global trends, and even reshaping human civilization. This isn't science fiction, this is artificial general intelligence, or AGI. What if a single AI could not only predict your future but also rewrite it? What if your job, health, or freedom were shaped by its decisions? How would you feel if you were no longer in control? The race to create and control AGI has already begun. Companies and governments are pouring billions into this technology, driven by a mix of ambition and fear. Control over AGI could mean controlling the global economy, shaping the future of humanity, or even rewriting what it means to be human. But here's where it gets personal. AGI isn't just a global story, it's about your story. How will it impact your life, and what choices will you have? Let's find out. Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI, isn't just an upgraded version of today's AI. Think of narrow AI like ChatGPT or Siri, designed for specific tasks. AGI, on the other hand, can learn, reason, and adapt to any problem just like a human. Think of today's AI as a tool, like a smartphone app. AGI, however, would be like having the smartest minds in every field, all working tirelessly to transform your life, and everyone else's, 24/7. Here's why it matters. AGI could change everything. Imagine a machine that designs life-saving drugs in the morning, runs trillion-dollar economies in the afternoon, and solves climate change by evening. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the darker side. What happens if AGI develops goals that conflict with human values? Imagine if it decides that protecting the environment means reducing human activity. What would stop it from going too far? AGI isn't just a tool, it's the closest thing to creating a new form of life. If AGI succeeds, it could be humanity's greatest ally, or its most dangerous adversary. That's why the race to build and control it is the most important battle of our time. But who's leading this charge, and can they be trusted with humanity's future? Let's take a look at the contenders. OpenAI, the visionary pioneer. Founded in 2015, OpenAI began as a nonprofit with a bold mission to ensure AGI benefits all of humanity. Fast forward to today, and OpenAI is a tech juggernaut with a valuation of $157 billion after its latest funding round in 2024. Backed by Microsoft, which has invested over $10 billion, OpenAI has become a leader in AI research and development. OpenAI's products like GPT and DALL-E are transforming industries. From coding to content creation, these tools are shaping the future. But here's the twist. OpenAI's journey began with utopian dreams but now walks a tightrope between ideals and investor demands. Has OpenAI's mission to benefit all of humanity been compromised by its pursuit of profits? Google DeepMind, the scientific powerhouse. When Google acquired DeepMind in 2014, it wasn't just buying a company, it was investing in the future of intelligence. DeepMind has made headlines with breakthroughs like AlphaGo and AlphaFold, which solved one of biology's toughest challenges, protein folding. In 2023, Google unified its AI efforts under Google DeepMind, combining DeepMind with Google Brain. This merger created an AI powerhouse backed by Alphabet's vast resources and Google's global reach. But here's the question. Can the scientific rigor of DeepMind withstand the pressures of corporate speed and scale? Anthropic, the safety advocate. Anthropic may not have the scale of OpenAI or DeepMind, but it has something they don't: a laser focus on safety. Founded by former OpenAI researchers, Anthropic's goal is to make AGI interpretable and controllable, a critical challenge in the AI field. Their product, Claude, is designed with human-aligned values in mind. Anthropic may not have OpenAI's resources, but its relentless focus on safety could make it the tortoise to everyone else's hare. Developing AGI isn't just an investment, it's a gamble. Billions are being spent today for a payoff that could rewrite tomorrow and reshape humanity's destiny. Here's the twist: these investments aren't just about making money, they're about survival. For the players in this race, winning isn't optional, it's existential. Owning AGI isn't just about profits, it's about power. Power to shape economies, power to influence governments, power to decide what humanity's future looks like. Critics warn of surveillance, inequality, and even the possibility of misuse. Others argue that open-sourcing AGI could democratize its benefits, but at what cost? Could global collaboration help balance innovation with safety, or would it unleash chaos? This isn't just a corporate race, it's a geopolitical battle. AGI is no longer just about technology. It's about global dominance, shaping economies, redefining values, and deciding who holds the keys to the future. Whose vision of AGI will shape your future? Let's dive into how the US, China, and India are vying for control, and what's at stake for all of us. The US innovation thrives but risks fragmentation. The United States stands as a global leader in AI innovation, driven by a decentralized, market-driven approach. Private companies like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic are pioneering advancements, and the US government is beginning to take notice. However, this fragmented system, while fostering creativity, creates risks. Without unified oversight, competing interests and priorities among corporations, academia, and policymakers can lead to inefficiencies and vulnerabilities. The US strengths unmatched research capabilities and access to top talent, leading tech companies with global influence and vast resources, a culture of innovation that rewards risk-taking, and the weaknesses, regulatory uncertainty and lack of cohesive strategy, potential for conflicts between corporate goals and national interests, growing skepticism about the ethics and accountability of private corporations. Key question to think about it: can the US balance innovation with regulation to maintain its leadership without compromising safety and ethical standards? Next, China. Centralized efficiency meets ethical concerns. China's approach to AGI development is starkly different. With strong government support, state-backed companies like Baidu, Tencent, and Huawei are rapidly advancing AI technologies. China's centralized strategy enables unprecedented efficiency, leveraging vast datasets from its massive population and integrating AI into all aspects of society, from healthcare to national defense. However, this efficiency comes at a cost. China's use of AI for surveillance and social control has raised significant ethical concerns. Critics argue that China's authoritarian model prioritizes state power over individual rights, creating a potential dystopian future where AGI becomes a tool for oppression. Strengths: centralized strategy ensures focused investment and rapid deployment, access to vast datasets and cutting-edge hardware, close alignment between government goals and corporate efforts. Weaknesses: heavy reliance on foreign semiconductor technology, creating a critical vulnerability, global skepticism about ethical practices and trustworthiness, risk of stifling innovation due to over-regulation and lack of transparency. Key question: will China's centralized model enable it to outpace competitors, or will ethical concerns and technological dependencies hold it back? And finally, India. A rising talent pool struggles against infrastructure gaps. India is emerging as a dark horse in the AGI race. With one of the world's largest pools of tech talent and a rapidly growing AI ecosystem, India has the potential to play a significant role in shaping AGI. Companies like Infosys, Wipro, and startups in Bangalore's tech hubs are making strides in AI research and applications. However, India faces significant challenges. While its talent is abundant, the country's infrastructure and investment in AI lag behind those of the US and China. Without stronger government support and better resources, India risks being left behind in the race. Strengths: a massive pool of highly skilled engineers and AI researchers, a growing startup ecosystem focused on solving global problems, increasing global collaboration through partnerships and joint ventures. Weaknesses: insufficient funding and infrastructure to scale AI efforts, fragmented policy approach and lack of a unified national strategy, brain drain with top talent often relocating to the US or Europe. Key question: can India overcome its infrastructure challenges to become a global AGI leader, or will its talent continue to fuel the successes of other nations? The US offers freedom but risks chaos. China provides efficiency but raises ethical alarms. India promises talent but struggles with resources. The choice is not just about innovation, it's about values, priorities, and the world you want to live in. Now let's talk about the three possible futures. Corporate monopoly. Imagine a world where one company dictates the rules, a tech overlord controlling access to life-changing innovations. Government regulation. Think of a future where governments wield AGI to surveil, control, or even suppress dissent. Open innovation. Picture AGI in everyone's hands, fueling creativity but also chaos as boundaries blur between innovation and misuse. Which of these three possible futures is ideal, you think? Let me know in the comment below. Next, we'll discuss about dominated AGI risks. While AGI promises to solve humanity's biggest problems, it also poses existential risks. Without careful development, AGI could exacerbate inequality, fuel conflicts, or even act against humanity itself. Technology has already widened gaps and spread misinformation. What happens when AGI amplifies these effects 1,000-fold? The race for AGI isn't just about technology, it's about the future of humanity. Should AGI be controlled by tech giants, governments, or the global community? The answer will define the next century. The race for AGI is about humanity's soul. Who do you trust with this power and why? If you want to predict yourself when AGI might arrive, watch this video.